origin of Noh, a major form of classical Japanese dance drama that has been performed since the 14th century. Many Japanese rulers looked up to their giant neighbor, China, as a model of peak ruling. Like many things in Japan from the medieval ages, Chinese theater spread through Korea and made its way into Japan. Noh Drama started as displays of Buddhist stories and rituals. Music, acting, and dancing were always a part of the rituals, and as the entertainment aspect became emphasized with this, costumes, masks, and the career as an actor as a whole became more popular in Japanese culture. Not many people think about stages when they are thinking about drama. We usually think of a stage in front of an audience and an orchestra in a corner. Actors used to perform at temples, then outside. For the most part of history and today, Noh is performed in stages that are continuously polished so the actors can walk gracefully.
The painting of the pine tree indicates that this play will be set in the world of the spirits.
The stage in Noh Drama often has a ramp extending into the audience, allowing actors to make grand entrances and perform elaborate dances. There is an orchestra, which includes chanters and often characters in masks.
Since the actor's vision is restricted by a mask, he must rely on the pillars to orient himself on stage.
Every block of wood that is used to make a Noh mask has been cut and waiting on earth for 5 years. The wood is smooth. The first step is to immediately take measures and make precise engravings. You have to make a mask smaller than the face, so the actor can talk and have room for their chin. This is the first step, which is the most important. You have to carve the exact curve of the cheeks and the exact lushness of the lips and the low-set lids. The mask is finally taking shape. Now it is time to paint. It is important to remember making a mask is for one person. It's not a factory. You are expected to be attached to the masks, to feel the mask, and to envision the mask. You start by putting a finish on the wood. Now you paint the most prominent features. The lips are completed in a few strokes. You scrape the paint off again, maintaining the stain, but holding a more natural color. The hair is done by the artist painstakingly drawing every individual hair, varying from mask to mask. The paint does not bleed like markers on wood because the ink is mixed with soot, giving a thicker and richer pigment. The details for the mask are intricate. Every detail has a purpose. For example, the eyelids of the mask are protruding, so from one angle they can look downcast, but from another they can look joyful. You can think of it this way. Hello Kitty doesn't have a mouth because advertisers want you to project yourself onto her. So when you feel happy, she looks happy. When you feel sad, she looks sad. In a way, no masks do this, but it's the actor's job to project the emotion. When actors put on their mask, they must become the person they are portraying. They are the embodiment of a spirit or wrath. The mask is sewn into their clothing to secure the mask every performance. When actors take their masks off, a buildup of perspiration and sweat gather at the base of the mask from shouting and singing. This means that the actors must take off the mask upwards and let the sweat drip downwards, helping the paint on the lower lip not be marked. Masks are passed down from generation to generation. In medieval times, one is not considered to be an experienced actor until they were 40 years old. When you think of the average lifespan at that time, it is even more surprising. There have only been 240 plays and 200 different masks found. There are 60 basic types of masks used today.
Like the Sanskrit theater, Noh acting is highly gestural and codified. Noh actors train from the age of 7. There are no directors and nothing that we would recognize as rehearsal. Rigorous training means the actors' performances must be perfect every time.
Most frequent types of characters used were women, men, elderly, demons, and gods. Female and male masks share similar features, but female masks always have their hair parted in the middle. The characters/masks are categorized according to their main characters.
These look very similar, but there are subtle differences. For instance, this is a girl 15 or 16 years old. And this one, a young woman between about 20 and 22 years old. And here, about the same age, but this one is a goddess. The lips are a little different. The lips on the other mask make her seem like she's smiling, but not so much on this mask here.
There are 5 types of Noh plays, and in comparison to Greek plays, they were extremely diverse. As Greek plays were tragedies and comedies, Noh plays were still centered around religion, including Shinto and Buddhism, but were often melodramas. These included god plays, which followed a certain aesthetic principle called Johaku. It was derived from old court music with its roots in India. Jo refers to the beginning, or introduction, and its tempo is slow. Ha refers to the middle part, which the actual dramatic situation is presented. In Q, or the final part, the tempo of the action and the music quicken, and the drama finally reaches its climax. The god play involves a sacred story of a Shinto shrine. The second, warrior play, centers on warriors. The third, a wig play, has a female protagonist. The fourth type, varied in content, includes the present-day play, in which the story is contemporary and realistic rather than supernatural. And the Mad Woman play, which the protagonist becomes insane through the loss of a lover or child. And the fifth type, the final or demon play, features on devils, strange beasts, and supernatural beings. The chorus/orchestra is made up of 3 to 4 people. The chorus sings the words and thoughts of the leading character and sits on the right of the stage. The instruments used are small hand drums, large hand drums, and when the play requires it, large floor drums. The music of Noh, as it is performed today, consists of vocal music with an instrumental ensemble known collectively as the Hayashi. Singing is done by the actors or by a unison chorus. Haikus come to mind, but they were altered to fit chanting beats.
The music of the Noh theater consists of a chorus of chanters, which carries the melody, and 4 instruments, which provide the rhythmic accompaniment.
Props weren't used as often, but when they were usually used for the background. The most important prop the actor handles is a large fan. Fans would be used as many different props. They would be used as spoons, fans, or larger stage projector. If they were, for example, a pine tree is needed, the stage assistants bring to the stage a white framework to which a pine tree is attached. This basic framework may also serve as a character, a tower, a boat, etc.
The fan is the most important object, as it can symbolize rain, wind, the sun, the moon, and a lot of other things.
During the early stages of Noh, actors used their everyday clothes. However, as Noh became favorable in the eyes of aristocracy and military ruling classes, they began to receive more finely crafted kimonos to perform, and this gradually became the norm.
The thick costume creates a strong linear profile, de-emphasizing the physical presence of the actor.
Although Noh is the oldest surviving drama in Japan, Noh led to Kyojin, an opposite of Noh with makeup instead of masks, and uses improv instead of precise timings. There have been little alterations over many years as a form of preservation. Noh is slowly declining as masks are residing in museums and actors struggle to pass on the art.
Unlike so much of the ancient theater we've been learning about, Noh is a living art form. It is still performed today by troupes who've inherited traditions passed down since Zeami's time. While it struggled in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, now it's considered an essential part of Japanese culture.